The Insurance Service Office, commonly referred to as ISO, is the risk rating agency that many insurance companies use as they establish not only whether they will write a homeowner's or a business fire insurance policy in a particular area, but once they've determined that they will, they use the ISO evaluation system to help establish the rates that they charge each year. The ISO classification system is a 10-point system. They use ISO class 10 is determined by ISO to be no effective fire protection in a particular area. And ISO class 10 often results in insurance companies who will not write insurance policies in that particular area. The lower the number gets, the more insurance companies will write in a particular area and the lower the insurance rates are. An ISO class 1 is the best possible rating that ISO will issue. ISO uses the ISO classification system to establish the rates that they charge homeowners or business owners for their fire insurance portion. There are two components of the ISO classification. The two things that are required: you must be within 5 miles of an operating fire station, and you must be within 1,000 feet of a functional fire hydrant. And if both of those apply, then the ISO classification that has been issued to that department will help drive the insurance rates for that particular homeowner. A class 10, what's happening in our area is that the Insurance Service Office representatives came and with several of our smaller partners who currently staff with less than 4 people, they have challenged those organizations to have a plan to either be able to respond with at least 4 people to maintain their class 9 ratings, or they're going to move them to a class 10. Now, what that will mean for residents and business owners that are currently protected by those small departments will result in significant increases to their insurance premiums, or some companies will not renew those policies. Alachua County Fire Rescue has an ISO Class 3 rating. Now, prior to 2015, that meant that a resident would need to be within 5 miles of an Alachua County operated fire station and within 1,000 feet of a working fire hydrant. In 2015, the Alachua County Fire Rescue Department achieved the ISO hauled water certification. So ISO now will give all residents or business owners within 5 miles of an Alachua County operated station the Class 3 rating. Previous to our hauled water certification, residents who were within 5 miles of an Alachua County operated fire station, but not within 1,000 feet of a fire hydrant, were classified as a Class 9. With this new certification, all residents within 5 miles of an Alachua County operated fire station are a Class 3 rating. That helps drive how many insurance companies will write an insurance policy in their area. It also drives the rates that they will be charged. There are several different departments that we contract with throughout Alachua County who are getting ready to go being moved to a Class 10 rating. If Alachua County Fire Rescue were to open and operate a station in the areas currently served by these other departments, they would go from their current Class 9 to a Class 3, which would result in an increased number of companies who would write insurance policies in their area. It would also result in significant reductions in the insurance premiums. During our research, when we achieved the hauled water certification, we discovered that the insurance rates would be reduced by as much as 25%. Between 17 and 25% was what was reported to us. After we achieved the hauled water certification, we asked residents to share with us when their insurance policy is renewed, what impact it may have had on their insurance rates. Again, those individuals, those who were within 5 miles of a county station, but not within 1,000 feet of a fire hydrant. Those are the residents we're talking about. Those individuals, although we'd had very few who did report to us what their savings was, the reported savings were between 17% and 50% on their homeowners insurance premiums. On May 10th, the Alachua County Board of County Commissioners have an agenda item to discuss all of the different fire service contracts that we have with our partner agencies throughout Alachua County. With the recent Insurance Service Office visit and the movement for 4 of our partners to move from a Class 9 or better, in one case it's a ISO Class 6 currently, but to move them from an ISO Class 9 to an ISO Class 10, it's become troubling for the residents in those particular areas. And that's one of the real issues that the board will be discussing with, amongst themselves as well as with the residents in these affected areas.